right. Got one in here. Let's see. Get some more. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back. I don't know who it is in here on this channel. I've got so many subscribers. I mean, I don't got millions, but it could be somebody. Now we got 2. What I'm getting at is I'm going to address some stuff from the last few nights. I don't know if you know the 2 people. I've got 1,700 subscribers on this channel because I got a lot of new followers from YouTube shorts I was putting out. If it's any of them folks, they would be like, what is he talking about, dude? What is all this about? You know? Fuck it, I'll just go ahead with it. So the last few nights, if the 2 people that are listening know who Triple T is, so the last night, a few nights ago, and about a month ago as well, me and Triple T have squashed the beef, and it's you know, and we both want to keep it that way, right? We're both just like, fuck it, man. He's told the story, I've told the story, but I will say I have been putting certain links and saying certain things in the chat in certain chats recently, and I also did it about a month ago, but no one said anything that night. I expected them to. The first time I did it was about a month ago. I was saying stuff that they were calling, and I support anybody calling out chomos. I mean, I've been doing that back all the way back to the Jekyll days, but I used to catch hell for doing that. I used to get fucking so much shit for that. And you know, I kind of get it. They didn't know about it. Some of them did, but that's all in the past, right? I'm not drumming all that up. So about a month ago, like, it just reminded me of, I was like, wow, I don't know. I was just trying to give advice. I was like, you know, y'all used to have Jekyll in your community. And then I seen something last night too. Aries, I know if anybody that knows me, I'll get all over the place when I'm talking. Scatterbrained. I see Aries the Apex put something out yesterday. I guess something about Menace's brother. Just look up Aries the Apex. Anyways, I won't even talk about the month ago stuff. I'll talk about the last few nights. Me and Triple T, we have squashed the beef, right? I want to keep it that way. I know he does too. But it's hard to sit there, and I know if he's a stand-up individual or anybody, this would apply to anybody. If you're like good-hearted, or if you're just a stand-up person, it's regardless of the situation, it's kind of hard to sit and watch and listen to people say certain things, and when they were fucking connecting, hold on, there we go. I even fucking fight with the 4 brothers, or anybody for that matter, especially if y'all, you know for a fact, regardless of if beefs have been squashed, if you used to do the same kind of shit, or people in your community did, it's like, that's all I've been pointing out, is like, hey, you know, y'all used to do it too. And when you would get called out for it, you would make all the right. That's all that's been. I don't know why people like T. Dameron got to start like attacking me talking about like, what about that time you was in, you got a roach in your center console? Like, what are you talking about? A roach? You still think I got the old truck? That's long gone. I got a new one. And then I think it was Lori said a comment about she said and this was, I quote, they've got you recorded with drugs in your car when you got in a wreck. Do what? Do what? Y'all gotta stop believing everything you hear online. My fucking tires locked up that day on my old truck and I rear-ended somebody and I got a fucking reckless driving ticket. There, do y'all want to know that? There it is. I slid 500 feet. It wasn't a pothole. I slid 500 feet. The people in front of me fucking came to a dead stop out of nowhere and my brake pads were getting to where they were I needed to change them and it was wet roads that day. My brakes locked up. And I didn't get no insurance claim. They did. I gave my insurance. The police showed up, everything that day. And I got a reckless driving ticket. And I had to go take a fucking driving course. So there's that. That's all the part y'all don't know. It's like y'all are, I guess, somebody's trying to get me in trouble. What? Fucking police and all were involved that day. But, it's like, all I've been doing is just trying to point out, like, just give advice is all it is, really. You know? Because, and I'm not drumming old stuff up. I want to still keep the fucking peace, but it's like, Lori, I'll send certain things over the last few weeks, and she'll respond to me, and she'll give me, like, some sound advice, be like, MoKoN, you shouldn't, I wouldn't, like, re-release this Lil Me song. Don't even get involved in your Lil Me diss you did. When I like sent it to her, she messaged me back and was like, telling me just don't even get involved with them people again and this and that, and it's good advice, right? I'll respond back to her. I'm like, you're right. And there's others like stuff I won't get into detail about. So she'll give me sound advice. So it's like, okay, but I guess my way of giving sound advice is like, hey, what are y'all doing, man? You know for sure. You know, regardless if we've squashed the beef or not, you know it won't be hard for people to find old clips and shit. Why even fucking get in? I know drama sells, trust me, but it didn't for me for 5 years. It did the opposite for me. I've never had where drama sells, and it's, I used to have a monetized YouTube channel back in the day that was all about conspiracy theory, so I guess if it's like that, if you've got a channel where drama actually can be monetized, I get it. I remember it was addicting when I'd put out as much shit as I could about Nibiru, Planet X, and fucking aliens. But I just know drama is never sold for me, though. It's been a fucking, it's caused so much shit problems for me. And all it's been is just hard for me to sit and watch. Even though I've squashed beef with a certain community, which I'm keeping it that way, it's hard to sit there and watch and stay silent when the same people that used to do the same kind of shit to you are now calling somebody else. That's all it's been. That's all it's been. It's like fucking blue wrenches. I don't know. They always got to get and it's been like this for 5 years, right? Me and Triple T would have probably never fucking had beef if it wasn't for his blue wrenches 5 years ago, to be honest with you. I'm not saying anybody in particular either. Y'all gotta chill, man. Y'all gotta chill. Because a lot of you newcomers that are wrenched up at Triple T's aren't aware of the fact that his original moderators hid the fact that Jekyll was a registered sex offender for like 6 months. Probably now, like more like 4 months. Every night. That's why the fight started 5 years ago. I was trying to tell them and Triple T in the chat, and they fucking me and time me out and go off on me and fucking ridicule me. Triple T wouldn't see none of this. Him and Mikey D had no clue. So all I'm saying is, you want it to end up like that again. Not even with me, but like some of you moderators, you got to chill, man. Because you might be trying to help, but you could have, in the long run, make it more of a problem than it really is. Because that's what originally happened back in the day. I was just trying to say, I found out, and no, folks, it wasn't MoKoN tried to join JMP and they wouldn't let him join, so he fucking found or dug up dirt on Jekyll. Fuck no. I reached out to Jekyll directly before I knew he was a registered sex offender, because he would, like, every time I would send a song request to certain channels back then, he wouldn't say shit in these, it would be other people's channels, like his community members, like Lunatic, whatever her name was, Jess. No one would even know Jekyll was in there lurking until MoKoN sent a song in, and then he'd chirp up real quick. And it got to the point where I was like, oh, he don't like me, it seems. So I went to him directly in Instagram and just confronted him, like, what's up, dude? Like I said, I've showed that I could pull the screenshots. Like I could probably go screen or show the fucking actual messages. I have to go back in time. But anyways, so when I confronted him, I lost train of thought. We had words and then fucking talked it out, and it was like, whatever. This was, like I said, before I knew what he was, right? And so then I was like, so tell me about, because I was new to this, like, I had a YouTube channel for many years. One was monetized way before that, but like when it comes to like this music reaction shit, I was like, that was new to me. You know what I mean? And so I'm like, what's this? What is this? Tell me what the whole thing about JMP is. So he broke it down to me. I was like, oh, well, that sounds cool and all. Shit, I mean, I'd be willing to join. He's like, all right, I'll talk it out with the board members, which was Jacksonville Joe, Daniel Armstrong, and a handful of others. And I was like, all right. He said it'll be about a month. Well, 7 days later, I aired him out. Because he told me, he's like, it was going to be like October 1st, and that was like early September. This was 2021. And he's like, you'll have to sign a contract. And I was like, whoa, sign a contract? What do you mean? And he didn't like elaborate enough for me. So he was like, yeah, I'm going to have to run it by the board members, and we got to see how you carry yourself for a month. I'm like, okay. So in my mind, I'm thinking, y'all are going to see how I carry myself. I'm going to find out who you are, since you're masked up Jekyll. I didn't know I was going to find out he was a fucking registered sex offender. So this was like a week later. It wasn't MoKoN didn't get to join JMP, so he got butthurt. No. It never made it to the fucking point of that. So I just wanted to clear that up, though. But, yeah, man. It's just hard to watch. I get it. Drama sells, dude. And like Ryan Upchurch, I'm glad everybody's finally come around and seeing the light on that too. But you know, it's also really hard to sit back and watch. This one's not as hard because it's not personal. The other shit is kind of personal. It's like, damn, dude, y'all going, hey, I get it. Call out somebody if they're rocking with the chomo. You know, but keep in mind, y'all used to be the bad guy for calling people out for that too, though. I used to be the bad guy. And it's like, I also support, you're going to call anybody out for anything that's wrong, but if you used to do the same thing, come on now. You might just want to ignore that shit, is all I've been trying to point out. But like the Ryan Upchurch shit, that too, it's like, the Jekyll shit and the Ryan Upchurch shit, that's what ignited me and Triple T's beef. Not me and him personally, but it was like the fucking some of the moderators. Damn. They didn't like I was calling Upchurch out for the exact same shit you all are now today. I was just doing it 5 years ago when it was happening. I'm glad everyone's finally seen the light, though. I really am. But you got to keep in mind, Upchurch ain't really doing none of that shit no more. I used to say it back then, and I'll still say it now. You know, Upchurch was wrong for all that shit he was doing. But he's not really doing it anymore. He's not saying dead people aren't real. He's not fucking, you know, we haven't seen another Katie Noel incident. At least let's hope that's not going on. You never know, right? Bethany has been looking a bit rough sometimes. You know what I mean? It ain't Adderall either, folks. Y'all got to stop believing that. It's more than that. I'll say it, dude. I don't give a flying fuck. I'll say it. Y'all think it's just Adderall. You're sadly mistaken. A shake and bake's a bitch. It'll wear a motherfucker thin, dude, and get them looking real pale and shallow-eyed. You seen Upchurch in Bethany lately? Good God. And Dagburn popped in a chat of mine the other night. I wasn't even watching it at that point because I was restreaming a live from back in the day in the Triple T where they were restreaming me. Only reason was because the Upchurch shit, dude. It was like they were restreaming. I don't have that stream of mine no more. It was on a channel that's, you know, I don't have that anymore. So I was like, damn. And I remember that night. Right. I've never got to go back and listen. I think that channel was gone like that night or the next day. So I stumbled upon that the other day and I was like, oh, there it is. And the shot, dude, I was on a rant for 45 minutes about church that night, like 3 years ago. So I was premiering it, and about 45 minutes into it, I came back and looked. I didn't have the premiere open. You know, I've been playing this Armed Air Forces game on my phone lately, which is fucking badass. But, I popped back in and Dagburn's in there and he's like, something about, what'd he say? Something, you've been telling lies on me. Take my wrench. Oh, I was the one originally calling out Upchurch. Do better, Johnny. And as to the lies, what is it with you saying that, guy? What is it with you saying that? What have I lied about? I've been told that you've been going around saying I have supposedly altered screenshots, Johnny. Oh, really? Oh, really, Johnny? I don't know how many times I got to say this, but I reached out to Triple T that day. I actually reached out to fucking 3 months before I reached out to Triple T. I reached out to somebody called, what's his name? Who the F is Jeffrey? I think, right? Isn't that his channel name? Oh, it's he had it that one time. It's Jeffrey something. He used to be at Triple T's community. I don't know if he still is. No. It's Fireman 17. That's it. That's his channel name. I reached out to him on Instagram 3 months before I reached out to Triple T when the whole Dagburn shit was going on, and sent screenshots to that Jeffrey dude like, hey, this kind of looks suspect. And I showed Triple T all this after, like weeks after Johnny was like, I'm kind of lying. I reached out to Triple T because the same shit I reached out to Jeffrey for months prior was finally starting to seem real. I was like, yeah, it was like Johnny kept asking for shit and I just would reach out and he likes to go on his live talking about MoKon's just mad I wouldn't respond to his Instagram messages. Do what, bitch? You were begging me to write songs for you. What are you talking about? I made Tweaker Boys with a voice memo you sent me on Instagram. Do better, boy. Hey, do better, boy. Unreal. But I fucking opened my phone one day and I have a screenshot that he sent me of something, and it was the same screenshot I guess he sent Scott Skeptic. All right, I got a bit lispy there for a minute. Did you hear it? Good Lord. Them S's. That same screenshot he sent, or Triple T was showing this video the other day that, I don't know if it was Dagburn's or whoever's, but it was where I think it was messages. I think Dagburn put it out of their messages between Dagburn and Scott. That same screenshot you see in that the messages with Scott, that's the same the same screenshot that was sent to me by Johnny as well. The one, it's a screenshot of like, and it's cropped, and it's a comment Triple T put in Chop Easy's live stream. I didn't even know Chop Easy was live that day. I opened my phone and went to go to Instagram, probably to like post something. Like I have notifications turned off on Instagram. Anyone that's known me long enough knows why. I mean, I could probably turn them on now. But it would bother me. I used to get so many messages, only when I was live streaming. It fucking irritated me. So I go to open Instagram and I got a message. So I go click on the top right. It's Johnny. Open it. It's a screenshot of Triple T saying something, and Johnny tells me, he goes, I'd have to, I don't remember what his word he said, but anyways, it seemed fishy to me. I was like, yeah, fuck this, dude. Nah, man. And I predicted it right. Dude. All I did was reach out to Triple T and was like, hey, man, I don't know what's going on. This isn't exact wordage, but it was basically this. I sent this to Triple T. Hey, I don't know what's going on exactly with your job, man, but I just want you to know, regardless of what we used to beef back in the day, I ain't got shit to do with whatever's going on with your job right now. And he immediately replies, what are you talking about? And I'm like, oh, somebody sent me this screenshot of you saying something in someone's chat. And look, dude, I don't know what I ain't got nothing to do with it. That's the message I sent Triple T. And I was like, and Triple T's like, well, who? And I was like, look, man, I'm not, I forget how I responded, but it was like, this was before Dagburn was mad at me. I was like, I forget what I said. So I went and screenshot it. I was like, I can just prove to you that I ain't got nothing to do with it. Because months before that, Johnny asked me for information, and I was like, nah, man. I was like, look, dude, I said something along the lines of like, it's been kind of peaceful for me here lately. I'm not trying to get the shit the drama stirred back up with them, because I've dealt with it for too long with them. Right? Dab hit from MoKoN. I got caught enough like a motherfucker, dude. Sounds like I took a dab hit. I thought I was getting my fucking wisdom tooth removed tomorrow, but it's actually next week. Why am I talking about that? Yeah, I didn't know, because the dab hit made me think of me having cotton mouth, which is most likely caused by the amoxicillin. Scatterbrain, dude. But yeah, what was I saying? Oh, I told Triple T, I was like, look, I could prove it to you. When Johnny asked me for certain information, I was like, nah, man, I told him no. That's what I sent to Jeffrey months before all that. I was like, does this, and Jeffrey was like, yeah, man, that seems kind of fishy. It's basically what it was like. What seemed fishy to me was like, it seems like this dude's trying to like get certain information and then do something with it, but then like fucking like throw his hands up and act like, oh, I ain't got nothing to do with that, which is what I think he was doing. So when I reached out to Triple T, it foiled his plan. I'm not gonna fucking be thrown under the bus, dude. No, fuck that. Oh, butt hurt ass. Do better. Dagburn. I mean, you want to talk about hypocrite? Like, I mean, dude. Johnny, you in there the other night saying something? You was the first one trying to get up church help or something, dude. Johnny, we can pull up Spotify, a fucking podcast called Cannabis, where you spend an hour and a half on the Legend of Johnny Goebel episode, bitching and whimpering about Ryan Upchurch picking on you and bad-mouthing him. I've always said, dude, fuck Ryan Upchurch shit for the shit he used to do. But I never wished no fucking like bad on him. Never. You want to talk about flippity flip-flop, though, Dagburn. It'd be fuck Ryan Upchurch if he wasn't in your corner. And you know that. Do better. Anyways, y'all take care. Shout out to Ty, the Dab King. Do another dab. Ooh, the motherfucking dabs, boy. Them bitches are hard to handle for me these days. Mention dab, I'm going to go in here and eat a piece of old fucking chocolate. Old chocolate with some THC. I still got that one I made a video with like 7 months ago, probably. It's called the Oh Shit bar. 3,000 milligrams. Dude, I've been nibbling on that bitch for 7 months. That motherfucker. One day I ate a whole piece, which is like, it's 500 milligrams. I accidentally ate the whole thing. Well, not accidentally, but I was just feeling fucking, not frisky. I was feeling brave that night. I'm here to tell you, good God. I thought I was having a heart attack. I slept for 2 days when I finally did go to sleep. That shit kicked in, good Lord. There wasn't enough water to keep my mouth quenched. I was fucking, I thought my dreams were real anyways. Y'all have a blessed one.